Good morning everyone, it's Julie here from Hair Bear Pro. I'm one of the founders of Hair Bear and I'm here today to take you through the training manual to help make it easier for you when you come to complete your exam paper. So if you go on to hairbear.pro and then you'll see the home button and then you'll see marketing materials. When you press on the marketing materials, you will see a password. If you put in Hair Bear Pro Team, so that's hair with a capital H, bear lowercase b, pro uppercase P, and team uppercase T. Any questions, and I will send that over to you as well. So once you're on here, we're going to then scroll down until we come to training manual, and then we're going to download the training manual. Okay, so we're here with the training manual. We're just going to scroll down. So this page here, page 2, is going to tell you about how Hair Bear came around, a little bit about me, and how the treatment works. So this is a really important page for you to read. All your questions about what the treatment is, what it does, what it works well with, what it doesn't work well with, will all be answered in this page. So please make sure that you really look at this and understand, because this will be part of your exam paper. It's really quite simple and easy to understand. But again, please, any questions, feel free to ask me. And that's actually page 1. Going on to page 2, again, it brings down more the technical side of the treatment, what the components are within the powder, and how the treatment actually breaks down the hair. And so have, again, a good read through this, and it will help you understand the treatment a lot more and what the treatment is actually doing. It will also tell you about the Naked Glow facial and how you can upgrade your clients from regular Hair Bear Pro treatment to having a Naked Glow treatment. So your regular client that comes in for Hair Bear Glow, she's going to be your lady who's more concerned about hair on the face and is really coming in just to have that treatment done, is looking for a course of treatment because she wants to see that hair slow down, and using the Stop It hair reduction cream that will help her also with more effective results. Then if you've got someone who wants to remove the hair, but she also wants a nice facial, she wants a massage, but she also wants to exfoliate her skin, treat the open pores, and basically have a really good facial, then she would be upgraded to the Naked Glow treatment. So again, please read through this page thoroughly and really understand the concept of what's going on. The benefits of Hair Bear. So our special USP points: no pain, which is obviously a really good one. You know, there's not many ladies out there who want to have waxing on their face and even threading, because they're both painful and also they can cause breakouts. Then, you know, you've also got, say, your dermaplaning, which seems to be very popular. But again, I've known that can be painful, but also with the dermaplaning, not really any good if anyone's got any pustules or spots, because you can't go over with the dermaplane because that's cross-contamination. Whereas with the Hair Bear, you can put straight over any breakouts, and the alkaline actually helps to make that look better. Results can be long-term on the right type of hair, which is really important. More the vellus hair, we're going to get the better results from, but we still can remove the coarser hair. It's cost-effective for the client and cost-effective for the salon. No distinctive odour. A great thing about this is the powder is really, really pure. There's no additives into it, no preservatives, because we have we've just got the mix on its own, which we mix up with either rose water or distilled water. You can treat all skin colours and all hair colours. Obviously, the darker the skin tone, the more cautious we have to be, which is standard, really. Enjoyable and relaxing treatment it can be if they upgrade to the Hair Bear Naked Glow Facial. Can be used alongside laser hair removal to remove the fine or blonde hairs that the lasers can't. So this is really, really key for anyone who's got a laser clinic. I was a laser practitioner and know quite a lot about laser and laser treatment with hair removal. And this is perfect for those clients that when they're having laser, after a period of time, the finer hairs, the blonde hairs, well, they can't be touched from the beginning, but even the fine darker hairs, this is very, very complementary to use either alongside it or after they've had their course of laser treatment, where the laser really can't do much more to help get rid of the hair. It's a safe treatment, eliminating the risk of hypopigmentation, meaning the white spots which you can get from burns. Does not stimulate hair regrowth, which I said in page 1, I believe, about the laser, how it can stimulate the growth. Does not cause ingrowing hair. In fact, it helps prevent them and helps to cure them as well. Because it has an exfoliating effect, it can open up the hair follicle and help to release the hair. So for that reason, it can be quite good to use in conjunction on a bikini line. If you've got someone who's got a coarse bikini line, I wouldn't go for this as the first call of treatment. I'd still be going for my laser or even my waxing. But if you've got someone who's getting reoccurring ingrowing hairs in the area, then they could alternate with having the Hair Bear more for the conditioning of the skin, even though it will remove the hair as well. Very effective for PCO sufferers. It also helps with acne and scarring all in one treatment. I say that lightly with the acne because we cannot claim to cure acne or scarring because they're both medical treatments. And so therefore we can say it helps, and it can. Again, with the research that I've done, acne responds really well to alkaline-based treatments. Ideal for the mobile therapist. So the mobile therapist can take this with them out to their clients. And the great thing about these, it's not like wax, where you have to warm up the wax pot. You don't have to do that. So it's just easy to mix up while you're there, and therefore making it really easy. No similar protocol in the beauty field today. So it's a really niche product. It's new. You're going to be one of the first salons to have this in your salon, which is great for your clients and great for you. No costly outlay for machines. So, machines cost fortunes to lay out for. So really low cost to get started with this treatment with a high ROI, return on your investment. No maintenance fees, no risk of breakdown. All of these things making it really, really good for you when it comes to taking on a new brand and a new product. The Stop It cream has the highest percentage of active ingredient on the market to date and has full clinical papers to support its claims. So this cream, not only do we use it after treatment because it's anti-inflammatory and it's calming on the skin, it's also got the active ingredient to help reduce the hair from coming back. Now, that is something that you will sell on to your clients, but it's also it's also a good product that you can sell onto your clients who are having waxing, laser. It doesn't just have to be clients that are having Hair Bear. It can be sold out to all of your clients for all types of hair removal treatments. And also, it's really good for after waxing because it's really calming on the skin as well. All perception surveys so far have reflected a really positive experience of our treatments and products on the clients that we treated. Perfect pre-treatment to HIFU, radiofrequency, plasma blast and laser to help get rid of the hair before you do treatment. That wouldn't be taken on the day. I would advise to do that treatment probably 3 or 4 days before you actually go on to do those treatments. other than maybe the radio frequency. That would be once you get more proficient with the treatment, you could look at doing them both together, as long as the client hasn't got any redness, there's no downtime on the skin, or someone who's had hair bare a few times now and their skin is quite adjusted. Like myself, if I was going to do the hair bare on me, I'd do it and I'd go straight on and do my Pellevo radio frequency, but my skin is adjusted. So beware when you look at who you're going to do that on prior to them having radio frequency. It also creates a really lovely airbrush look to the makeup. So great for makeup artists to do before applying the makeup. So that is a really good thing to do. Now we're going to get on to our product pages. I'm going to whiz through these because you can read these through yourself. Remove and Smooth Hair Removal Powder. That's our main core product. It tells you what the product does and how it works, and tells you what you have to do with it, and gives you a list of all the ingredients that are in it. And as I say, the difference with our powder is that's it. There's nothing else in there. There's no like essential oils, no heavy flavourings, all of these things that you'll find in a commonplace depilatory over the counter, which I personally think actually adds to the reactions that people have on their skins when using them. They're too fragrant. There's just too many perfumes in them. This is just pure powder, which we just mix with basically either a rose water, just a basic rose water, or just a distilled water, or an aloe water, just something really calming. And that's fine. I mean, if you was using it on a guy and you didn't want to use distilled water, aloe water would be a good one. Now we come on to our calming spritz, which is our CoQ10 Hydrate. Now this spray is what we use in the treatment. Once we've applied the paste, this is the product that we're going to use to apply to the skin. It's not only to keep it calm and keep it cool, but also to help push the product further down to the hair bulge. Now the CoQ10 is a really strong antioxidant. It's got hyaluronic acid and aloe vera, all calming on the skin. And also with this, what I find, it is a really good at-home product for your clients. I think recommended retail price is £35, but I find that with my clients, when I sell this to them to take home, this is a really good product to help like rebalance the pH of the skin. But also, if you just spray it and pat it into the skin, like a toner, I suppose, and pat it into the skin, it really does calm the skin down. And it also helps to revitalise your cells, in turn creating more collagen. So it's a really good at-home product, which I would highly recommend. It tells you what to do here and then tells you all the lovely ingredients that are in it. Then we're going on to our Balance Me Neutralising Foamer. This is our foamer that we use after we've removed the paste and before we actually apply the Balance Me. We would apply it to your ice rollers or your ice globes, whichever you've got in your kit, and you would apply it directly onto the globe, and then you would apply it, making sure they're cold, obviously, and then you apply it directly to the skin, because if you put the Balance Me straight, it's a foam, but straight onto the skin, it is tingly, and people will jump. So best to put it onto the globe, and just make sure before you put it on with the globe that you've washed off the paste thoroughly. The skin is really cool. You've used lots of cold water, cold flannels, patted it dry very, very gently, because that's key, very, very gently, not rubbing. And then you can, once the skin is just patted dry with a tissue, you can then go on with the foamer, moving it around quite quickly so you don't really get the feel of the tingle. Now, the reason we're doing this is for the professional treatment, it will help with extra exfoliation. So where we've broken down those little proteins in the hair and the stratum corneum from the paste, we are now helping to break down the little, you get sometimes little bubbles is what I call them, left on the skin. So that helps to, the neutralizing foamer, the balance bead, helps to sort of break those down just slightly more. It can make the skin tingle, as I said, and also on first treatment, the skin can be quite red after. So make sure you're really cooling the skin down after you've put this product on. And this also not only will help just getting rid of the little bubbles, but it also will bring the pH back down to around about 5.5 because of it's raised to 12.2 with the alkaline. Tells you here what to do, but we've got more and the ingredients, some lovely ingredients in there. And that's actually, sorry, let me go back to that. It's actually a really good cleanser because it's got glycolic acid in, but it's also got some really hydrating properties in it and some calming properties. So a really good cleanser, which you can sell to your clients as well. Right, on here, Stop It Reduction Cream. So Stop It Hair Reduction Cream is our hair retardant with our clinical papers. The clinical papers should be on the marketing section, but I don't think they are, so I'll get them put on. It's got aloe vera in it, it's paraben free, it's really cooling, it's got elanotone, which is really hydrating as well on the skin. And as I say, you can use that twice a day for the best results for your clients, and it will tell you what all the ingredients are there. And again, that's our biggest home seller, and I think that's £45. Last but not least, our Protect You Pre-Sun Mineral Spray, SPF 30, and this is perfect for using directly after treatment. Do not use a regular type sunscreen that you'll get from Boots, which is heavily chemically based, because it will sting and it will break you out into spots and all sorts of things because they won't react well. When you're doing any type of treatment, peeling type of treatment, whether it's Hair Bear or another brand, you're always best to use their brand sunscreens, and recommend for your clients as well, because after treatment it's imperative that you offer your clients Protect You, because you are doing yourself justice and your client by being professional in making sure that you are advising them to have a sunscreen to protect their skin. Because if you don't, anything you do with peeling of the skin, if you aren't using an SPF 30, you've got more risk of hyperpigmentation. Sometimes I would maybe add that into your course price, and then that way you know that you're covered and that your clients have got their sunscreen. Okay, now we're going to go on to the structure and function of the skin. For most of you out there who've done all of your level 3, MVQ3, you would have completed this, so you will understand that, but I just want to refresh your memories. So again, in your exam, there will be questions on this, so make sure, please, that you go through, and, you know, I just want to make sure that everyone still is up on what layers of the skin they're working with, and that we know what we're doing with the skin. Because Hair Bear Pro, it can be an intense treatment for the first treatment or so. So you really must make sure your clients understand that, you know, they can get some downtime with it. Now we're going on to the cells and going on to the different stages of the hair growth. Again, I think being the fact that we're working on hair, it's important I know that everyone who's doing the training understands the stages, the growth patterns with the hair. So again, that will all be questions in your exam paper. Tells you all the different things about what causes problems with the hair and different things. So really quite an interesting thing to read through. This is important as well. I can't, believe the amount of people, therapists that I've been on training with myself, or that I've trained, that don't know what the Fitzpatrick skin scale is. Now, that is absolutely imperative when you're doing a treatment like this. If you treat someone with a skin type 6, the same as a skin type 1, you're asking for trouble. So it's really important that you're making sure that you understand what the different skin types are and how you treat them. So further down, it will tell you how to treat them with Hair Bear. But please make yourself, aware of this chart if you already don't know. Tells you all the different types of skin, what it's about, again, all in your exam paper. A little bit here on your health and safety, what to do with your paste, if you've got any residue, what not to do with it. You will get MSDES sheets, which will, I should imagine, be kept on computer at your salons, so they're to hand should there be any problems. Always wear a mask whilst mixing the powder, just in case there's any fume from that. But to be honest, we're all wearing masks at the moment anyway. Wash your hands before and after preparing. Again, nowadays with COVID, it'll be sanitizer. And while we're on here on health and safety, I would advise anyone who's doing this to do the Barbicide antibacterial course. It's free of charge. You get a nice certificate. Doesn't take long to do the training. It's really easy, but it's just peace of mind for your clients and yourself that you really understand what you're doing to keep everyone safe. So when I update my health and safety, which I'll probably do after seeing this, I will put in about the Barbicide course and a link to it. Or if anyone needs a link to it, just ask me. Disinfect, sterilisation, treatment time, all of those things. Consultation. Everything I've ever done has always started with a consultation. I know sometimes that takes time and time costs money, but not only do you get the best treatment protocol for your client, you also get a safer treatment for your client. You get to know more about them and their skin properly because you've had a chance to really evaluate it. But also you get clients that are going to come back to you time and time again because they trust you and they know that you're really looking out for the benefit of their skin. On the marketing suite where we were, you're going to find all your consultation forms. I say all, there's only one consultation form, which you can go through and it will tell you where you've got to be careful with certain medications and different things that you have to make sure the client isn't contraindicated. So that's really important. And also it's the time during consultation that I actually sell my course of treatment. Very rarely did I'd say probably had a 75 out of 100 conversion rate during consultation. It was there that I would treat them, go through what they needed. I'd go through all their aftercare, what they needed for their products, give them their pricing, let them go away. And I'd always do a patch test, and we'll come to that in a minute. So they'd come in, we'd do patch tests. I'd tell them what the price is. I'll add in the products that I think they need for their aftercare. I'll give them 2 or 3 days. If I've not heard back, I'll give them a little text to see, how they're getting on, any questions. But to be honest, within a couple of days, they've normally come back and they've normally booked. But I normally let them, just have a day or so just to, let them think that they're doing the right thing for their treatment. Oops, back down. Okay, patch test. Here we go. Tells us here all what we need to do for our patch test. Patch 5 and 6, I leave for around about a week just to see if there's any change in pigment before I continue with the treatment. So patch test. Patch test basically just the side of the face. Don't do it on the area you're going to be treating if you're going to be treating them within sort of 48, 72 hours. So just on the side of the neck or, just round the side, but obviously not on an area where you don't want to remove hair because obviously it will remove the hair. So just follow the protocol and you do have to do a mini sort of like treatment. You still need to spray, you still need to leave it, for the 5 minutes, etc. Now we're coming on to the protocol. Further down into your training, you will see a video that I've done showing you how to use the treatment hand-on. And this here is telling you what you need to get everything ready. So tells you here all your bits and pieces that you need. Set the scene. I always like to set the scene. I'm more of a clinical background, but I must say towards the end of my clinic days, I did like to make the room a little bit more luxury, because actually you can blend luxury and aesthetics together, and I just think that way people get a little bit more out of the treatment, whereas before it was all just very clinical. And I thought, no, if you can have like a little candle and some nice room sprays and low lighting, once you've obviously looked at the skin, why not? That all that little extra helps. And definitely soft music, even like meditation music, just something to really, calm everyone down, because I think we all need it. Tells you what to do here, but that's much your opinion, your choice. If you are clinical and you just want to stay like that and none of the pampering around, that's entirely up to you. Tells you here what to do, tells you all through step by step how to perform your treatment. Again, this will all be part of your test, as well as a video. So what we ask is 5 treatments to be performed yourself before you go on to clients, and send 1 video through, and then we will mark it. Few little tips there. My most important tip is do not rub the skin hard after removing the powder, because this is where you can get some grazing on the skin. You just have to be gentle. So when you're removing, get your wet pads or flannels, whatever it is you're using, put them across both sides of the face, and you just gently pat, and then slightly just help to remove the product, and then more water and pads. And it has to be done really, really gently. I sometimes think it's good to have 2 bowls of water, another clean one, so that you can go to a clean bowl once you remove the first sort of layer of the paste. You can always use a little brush or like a spatula, a plastic spatula, just to gently take the residue of the paste off first, so that it's easier to remove when you're using the flannels. Pre and post care advice. If you look at your brochure, which you will get in your kit, but also you'll find that on your screen as well, which you could actually email or text straight over to your client. It tells them what to do before and what to do after. So on the back, I'm not sure if it's on the back or on the inside of the brochure, it tells you what to do and what not to do after your treatment. We recommend you purchase the Instant Miracle Balm, which we've just launched, which is a hemp type of balm. There's no petroleum jelly or anything like that in there. It's just all pure, good, organic ingredients. That really helps with any dryness, any redness, because remember, this is also a peel on the skin as well as removing the hair. So they retail, I think, at $14.75, so it's a good price. It's 30 ml, but it lasts for ages because you only need a small bit. This is perfect for at home to sell to your clients, and actually quite a necessity to sell to your clients for the first 2 or 3 days after treatment. Once they get adjusted to the treatment, you don't get quite as much drying or as much redness. Okay, then we've got a Protoco here for the Naked Glow facial, telling you what you need in your kit as well. So basically it's going through the steps here. The difference with the Protocol here, as you will read through, is you will just continue. Once you've taken away the paste off of the skin, you will then go on and apply, once you've cooled the skin down and gone through the Balance Me and the ice globes, you will now apply the mask, which again is hemp seed oil. It's really calming, it's hydrating, and you can follow my instructions on the video as well. And this will make it more of a luxury treatment. When it comes to, you can make the treatment as long as you like. You can add more massage to it. You can do it before microcurrent. So if you've got a microcurrent machine, you could do this first and then add in some microcurrent to it to really, and obviously charge accordingly. This is part of our clinical trials on the improvement in the skin texture. And also you will find that on the marketing area as well, which you can download the whole document. Home care advice, as I said, that's on the brochure, which you can download. These are all the contraindications, which again will be in your exam paper. It's not really anything too much on there, just standard sort of things like you would have before a peel, nothing really any different. All the different areas that you're going to be able to treat. Now, when it comes to all the different areas, it will remove the hair, but this is not a treatment for someone who's got thick, coarse, lower leg hair. That they need laser, or they need, as I said before about the bikini, or they need their waxing. You need too much product to treat the whole area, which makes it too expensive. But it's good to mop up smaller areas where the hair's finer after laser. But where it is very, very good is on the arms, like the lower arms. I'm noticing now a lot more ladies and men actually don't want the hair on their arms, whether it's blonde or dark, and it's finer, really get good results, and they last quite long actually. So that's one of my, apart from the face, it's one of my top areas. Lots of questions and answers. Will my hair be removed permanently? We cannot say permanently due to advertising standard, but it's possible to achieve a long-term hair reduction and a slowdown of the hair growth. Bearing in mind, once you've read the beginning of the manual, you'll see that is more on the vellus hair. The thicker, coarser hair will still go through unless they're using the Stop-It, which will help to inhibit it. Will my hair grow back thicker? No, this is impossible, like with, say, dermaplaning, shaving, because you're actually doing some damage to the cells where they're produced. So it's not going to grow back thicker. That's that. Will it grow ingrowing hairs? Of course, ingrowing hairs like waxing. No, it treats them because it's exfoliating. It can help them to pop out. Is it dangerous? Like many things, if treatment isn't carried out correctly by the practitioner, there can be risks. But that's why you must always go to a fully trained salon clinic that's fully trained and insured. Now, on that note as well, the client also has to answer honestly as well, you know, if they've been using any retting products beforehand, which you'll see in your consultation form, you know, they must be honest with you and tell you, because if they've gone and had a pill 3 days before using glycolic and then use this, yeah, their skin's going to be red and they could burn. So, you know, they do have something to answer to as well. So it's really important in the consultation that they're honest with what they're telling you. How many treatments can it take to reduce the hair long term? Difficult question, as it depends on many things, as just stated in the question there. Can it reduce hair for people suffering PCO? It's very effective for this condition, and it really, really does help these people who have this hair that continuously grows through. It will help it to slow a little bit, and it will definitely help improve the acne associated with it. But again, this is help, and we're not saying it treats, okay? Can the treatment help my skin? Definitely helps the skin. It exfoliates the skin, as well as removing the hair, makes the skin softer, smoother, clearer. Blackheads, open pores, all of those things will be treated. If I have coarse hair, can I be treated? Hair Bear can remove coarse hair and it will grow back slower, and the hair will grow back shorter, and sometimes it will reduce in density. But again, that's if they're using the Stop-It with it. But in general, the coarser hair will grow back as normal. Vellus hair, yes, we've mentioned that. Yes, we've mentioned laser. So that's all something you can read. Data protection, make sure you're following all the government guidelines. Do not treat anyone under 16 and between 16 and 18 parental control. There's room there to write some notes for you. There we are. Thank you. That's me. And that's my number, and that's my email there. So I hope that helps you when you're going through your training manual, to give you lots of questions. Going forward, as we get going with the online training, we will start monthly, like a Facebook live or Instagram live portal where you can come and like talk to me, ask me questions. So if you train the month before and you want some updates, then we can all join in and we can do a question and answer. But in the meantime, happy training. Once you've completed that, I will send you over the exam paper. Once you've completed that, I will then let you download the training video for the hands-on. And once you've done that, and you've done your video and sent it back to me, we will mark it and we will get your certificate out to you. Thank you so much, and can't wait to get your papers in and give you your certificates. Lovely. Thanks so much.